I was going through a little bit of my own personal growth in my faith in God that happened to just start a few years before my father transitioned. And it was those thoughts that I now know, I guess, was God's way of preparing me for my dad's passing. What I was going through and what I was thinking through was this subject in theology that is known as theodicy. And what that means, theodicy is a branch of philosophy and theology that provides an argument for reconciling God, which is the source of good, and evil in the world. So I've been studying that, and I was studying that for a few years before he passed away. And then, of course, when he passed away, I had to live it out. So in the book, what I essentially do, the very first chapter, is I confront grief head first. And I did that because I wanted the readers to know that I can understand, or I have a point of departure, let's say, in understanding what you're going through. Everybody is going to experience it differently. It depends also on the loved one that passed. When my mom talks about her grief, I cannot really relate to a lot of what she's saying because she lost a husband. She lost a life partner. I lost a dad. Because I wanted persons to really understand that you're not the only person. Grief is a very common thing, but it's also quite lonely. It just happened upon me. It almost happened by accident. It was just a means through which I was thinking through what I was going through and trying to flesh out certain questions. And in particular, the one question that my book deals with is, how do we reconcile belief in a good God when something as terrible as this happened? And what I found is that through writing, I was able to explore a bit more than I would have been able if I had to sit and speak with somebody. In fact, I didn't really want to talk to anybody. Or than if I was just thinking it through by myself. And so the pages of a blank canvas became my place of solace. He was a Christian. He was a leader in the community. He was a leader in the home. He was a leader in the nation because he was also a labor consultant. So he worked with ministers of government and so forth. And in the home, he was our tower of strength. He was the provider. He was the person that set out the vision. He said where we were going to go, the type of family we were going to be. And of course, he was married to my mom. Her name is Carryl. And he also demonstrated in that how to be a good husband, how a loving leader and father and husband should be. It was a type of cancer that was very rare, and it was found in the heart, in the main artery of the heart. And because it's in such a central part of the body, it's not one of those cancers that you can cut out or you can easily treat. And so that's what he eventually passed away from. For years before, he was unwell, and in trying to discover what it was, different things were being treated and so forth. So by the time he was diagnosed with cancer, I think everybody had a suspicion that that is what it might be. We had a very close relationship. I can say with confidence, which I believe is a real gift of God to me, that I have 100% closure. There is nothing that I could think of that I would have wanted to say to him that I haven't said. Nor is there anything that I could have done for him up until that point that I have not done.